jaBROni, JABRONIXYZ ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the jaBROnis presented by bodyslam.net. I am your co-host, the reigning, defending, undisputed jaBROni world champion, Topher McCann. Joined, as always. It's been so long. We kind of like missed a week. I went away.
Kinda. We definitely missed a week. But again, it's jaBROni world champion just falling off the grid. Just all the time, no matter what. I go do movies, you just leave without announcement, without notice. AWOL.
Mr. Mike Butler.
Hi. How are you?
I didn't post it, but I brought the title with me. I went down to Ocean City, New Jersey, and we brought the title down. We hung out with it. It was at the Room. I hung out, did a signing at Manco's. I was just hanging out. People were getting pizza, taking pictures with the champ. It was a good time. Beautiful weekend. Just the people of Ocean City just got a real treat. It's just like, oh my God, is that the jaBROni world champion? Oh, yes. I'll take a photo for $10. It was great. Anyway, there's been a lot going on. First thing that I was so excited about that I want to talk about, which we're a week off from, I thought it was going to happen at WrestleMania. I thought it was going to happen the night after WrestleMania. It happened like 3 weeks later. I hyped up this huge wedding that happened last week, and we never got to talk about it. And it was like one of the most biggest disappointments ever. I don't know why I'm starting with this, but it was just real quick.
You were disappointed in it? First off, I'm so shocked it's been so long, that we haven't been on air talking about this. I thought we talked about this, but you were disappointed by it?
No, because we recorded like a day or two before it was going to happen, and then we never got back, because then they've already had like R-Truth trying to like help them being a counselor and showing all of his certificates, his referee certificate, all that stuff.
He's got man of merit, many hats.
It was very, I don't know. I was hyped for a wedding, and it was very awkward when they started swapping people.
That was weird.
And then people were upset on Twitter about that because
that's weird too.
I was like, what? Oh no. But anyway, we don't have to talk about the double wedding. I just thought it was something noteworthy.
It was a wedding that, everyone knew was going to have shenanigans, so it was what it was supposed to be, I guess.
Let's start off first things first. The AEW bots are back, I think. They're back.
I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. I saw that in the title, and I didn't know what set you off.
I know. I screenshotted you during the opening match of Dynamite. It was held in our hometown of Philadelphia, a school that I ended up dropping out of, Temple University. And we were not
now
there.
You're here.
We were going to go, but then there was a chance there was incentives that we might.
First off,
for Body Slam, for all the whatnot that we do. Kayla's here.
Oh, what's up, girl? See, she misses me already. That's a former coworker of mine, no longer coworker.
Hi, Kayla. Was she at Dynamite?
She wasn't at Dynamite. She said she wanted. So, fun story about Kayla. She was super upset that I was leaving my store, and I told her, now the only time you'll ever hear from me is if you tune in live to our show. And she's like, now she's gonna have to start going to wrestling shows. And I like, in jest, I was like, yo, let's go to Dynamite. Just so happens to come be in Philly. And she's like, okay, I'll go. But then it's like, and this is the point I'm getting at. I wouldn't call myself a AEW elitist. So when I go and look at ticket prices for that show, I am not going to spend a whole paycheck to go to AEW Dynamite. I'm sorry. It's not what I'm going to do.
They were still putting the banner out saying it was like $25 and up, but I heard they were going for way more than that.
I never saw $25 on my.
No, that's just the poster that they put out, like tickets available starting at $25. Like, yeah, when it was first announced, they're on the secondary markets now. They're being sold for triple the amount, quadruple the amount value.
Yes.
But end point being, we were not there. Even though it was pretty enticing, they were promoting CM Punk watching a wrestling match. And I was like, wow, man, Philadelphia, CM Punk's first time. I want to go see him.
I believe this was his second time.
Was it?
Yeah, I think this was his second time.
When was
the 100th and the anniversary of AEW show?
So it was his second.
Yeah, it was his second time in Philly as an AEW guy.
Oh shit! All right, I missed. Did he wrestle the first time?
He might have.
He might. I don't think he did.
I don't think he did. Actually, no, he might have. No, he did. He did. No, he wrestled on Rampage.
Was Rampage live in Philly or was it?
No, it was taped.
It was taped.
It was taped.
Ooh, Rampage was taped. Wait, hold on. Warwick's here. When Adam Page returned. Did Adam Page leave?
Bro, you did a whole thing about it. Remember, in the bed and they're like forcing him to come back. Like, come on.
What thing?
The BTE skit where he's like, your PTO has run out. And he's like, shit. You know, that's like that's like your gimmick.
No, that was from like 2 years ago.
Bottom line is, Punk has been in Philly before as an AEW superstar. We have gone on way too long about this.
No, I'm talking about, he said, when Adam Page returned. Oh, that's when CM Punk.
Wrestled?
I'm confused by.
Adam Page returned in the Casino Battle Royal or the ladder match?
I was talking about just recently. Was he on the show? Was he on Dynamite last night?
Who? Page.
Hangman Adam Page.
Page has COVID. Yes, Adam Page had COVID. They were supposed to do a thing with Punk and Page last night to announce the match at Double or Nothing. Page got the vid. Didn't happen. Boom, boom. Bob's your uncle. Punk on commentary.
That's why I've been out of the loop then. I missed that if that happened within the last day or two. So I didn't know that. And I haven't seen him on TV in a while. And I was like, oh, that's weird. They're hyping this up and he hasn't been on the show. I was like, I wonder if he's going to be on Rampage. The COVID thing makes sense.
Yes, the scuttlebutt on the internet is that, oh man, I got two former co-workers in this room. That's crazy.
The two Jims here.
Wow.
He wants to win the Sonic ring. He wants to grab it.
Good.
And former Punk was at Rampage. He was there. We have an inside.
I don't even watch that show, and I know all about it, bro.
The bots.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, go ahead. Talk about the bots again, because
I sent you a screenshot of, and I guess I don't do a good at going through my Twitter feed and but I think a lot of people who follow me and I follow are AEW bots. I found it last night. I sent you a screenshot right after this FTR match. You would have thought that
oh God, yeah.
There wasn't enough stars in the AEW galaxy that these people weren't throwing at this match. And I was like, it was a good match. I just all of a sudden the true bias of the people in my timeline came out of oh, these people, they're brainwashed now. The bots are they're not bots, they're real people, they're humans. What is happening?
Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of babble on a little bit here.
Please ramble on.
I do recall your screenshot that you sent me now. And this is gonna sound really bad wearing an Austin 316 hat and hoodie, but
there's no bias.
The one I saw, or there were multiple ones that I saw that had the Dax Harwood Cash Wheeler as match of the year. Now look, I thought it was a good match, and as a matter of fact, I turned Dynamite off after I watched this match because that was the only thing I was interested in seeing. I don't want to see Sammy Guevara and Scorpio Sky, Hot Potato, the TNT title, which is another thing we'll get into. But match of the year. When I think of match of the year, I think of the Jabroni Awards, and I think of my match of the year selection. This year was Lucha Bros versus Young Bucks. Last year it was Randy Orton versus Edge in the greatest match of all time. I would rather watch those two. If you put those three up there, I would rather watch those two than Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. Not taking anything away, but I think people are throwing the match of the year moniker out there a little bit too comfortably.
Yeah, it was. I was like shocked by it, and then they were like, "What was?" I can't say it because I think he does stuff for Body Slam. I can't say that one, but it was very funny though. No, I mean I'm not making. It's just. He said it psychologically should be studied for years. I just thought. I mean, again, I just thought it was okay, and the roll, I guess a roll up. They were saying the roll up going into the other roll up, the backwoods into the other backwoods, and that finishing the match is like, well, people didn't expect that. Like that's edgy and cool. Like
backwards going into the other backwards.
Oh man, they were just doing reverse backwoods to each other, and
another thing, and I'm all about tributes to wrestlers and wrestling matches, and do I like Bret Hart? Yes, I like Bret Hart. And are you gonna catch me wearing his hoodie and hat? No, I'm not gonna be wearing his hoodie and hat. I want to know these people who like spend hours and hours of time, and I think it's impressive going through all the Bret Hart matches and kind of you see the video on Twitter of them syncing up the Bret Hart and Owen Hart match at WrestleMania 10 with this match last night and like the move for moves. I want to know those guys that spend that much time and feel like, oh, they did the same thing. So that means it's a tribute. Not the fact that they're professional wrestlers and can do the same thing, but just because they did that, it's a tribute to that.
Like their whole thing is a tribute to early wrestling, all the wrestlers that they grew up and that they modeled their whole work rate and what they do in the ring after these legends. I mean, their song is literally like a techno 80s, which is their theme song's amazing. It's always in my head.
They always have banger theme songs, whether they are always.
But it was a very good TV match.
It was a very good TV.
That's it. People were also creaming over Serena Dweeb and Shida as well.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but I mean, again, back to the FTR thing was just funny. It was so funny how they were all those two screenshots I sent you were consistent. So they were like 8 straight tweets that I rolled and was like, did I blink and miss like 3 things that happened that made it like that I had to study this for the next 4 years?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, maybe I missed something, but I don't think I did.
I like the one person said this match was my match of the year. I don't mind. The wording of that is fine.
If this is the match that you like the best so far this year, then more power to you.
That's my like when they say it's like when they say that was like no, when you say it's like the wording on that one, I love.
Yeah,
that's a body slam person. That's how you do it.
That is how you do it. You're right. If you say that this was your match of the year, cool. I'm sure they're like everyone does not think that Randy Orton versus Edge 2 years ago was the match of the year. No,
that was the funniest build ever to a match with the nonstop Panic at the Disco. Is like, this is the great.
This is not. Excuse me, sir. It was not Panic at the Disco. It was Hugh Jackman in The Greatest Showman. That movie slaps. Don't ever diss it like that.
That song they used was Panic did the song. Panic at the Disco performed that exact song that's in the movie with Zac Efron and Hugh Jackman. I know my shit. And the one they were using was actually Panic at the Disco.
So Hugh Jackman was just lip syncing?
No, there's two versions. There's a Hugh Jackman version with Zac Efron, I think, and then there's the
no. It's Hugh Jackman. Well, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I watched the movie like 5 times last week. So I'm pretty big on.
I know it was Paddock because I remember that nonstop. Them putting up that "This is the greatest show," and I was like, "That's that Yuri guy from Panic." I know that voice anywhere.
Yeah.
Miss Jackson, Miss Jackson, Miss Jackson. All right, my heart rate.
We
What else happened on
let's see. We got the Wardlow versus Lance Archer. I know you want to talk about next week and everything. Excuse me, real quick. Darnell, another former coworker. The Broken Skull is finished. A little backstory to this. It was my last week at my current store, and my last day, I was gifted upon with a Steve Austin's Broken Skull American Lager. And I'm not saying this again because it looks like Austin threw up on me today, but it immediately went up to like one of my favorite beers that I've ever had. One beer will get me feeling pretty good. And it's unfortunate because it's like nowhere. I cannot find it in Pennsylvania anywhere. So I needed to re-up, and I could not re-up today, or else I'd be drinking a Broken Skull American Lager right now. But yes, they got me a nice little 4-pack of it, I guess, and it was delicious. It was real good. That's cool.
I'm thinking right over the bridge, Roger Wilco. I'm thinking they have to have
that. So I went on the website, typed in my zip code, where to find it. Roger Wilco is like the second closest place to get it.
Right over to Tech Cody. If I'm going by, I'll hit you up. I'll get you some. I'll grab some. I don't even like IPA, but I'll try it out.
This one's not an IPA, I don't think.
Oh shit!
He's got his Broken Skull IPA, and then this one's a lager. So
that's me. That's me.
It was really, really. Yeah, I like it so much better than the IPA, and I like the IPA, and I hate IPAs. But the lager, the American lager, is amazing.
All right.
Anyway, yes, Wardlow, Lance Archer, Wardlow over Lance Archer, but then MJF is on the phone.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! 6 figures to face Wardlow next week. You think we get? I'm sorry. I mean, you know what? Why don't you tell it? I'd like to hear your story of it, your version of it.
Well,
because you had to tell me this, and then I had to watch YouTube clips.
Yeah, I shot you a message. And I was like, "Are you watching?" Because it was teased. MJF made a phone call, and the tease was you're gonna wrestle someone who is taller than you. That he said, and you can't teach that. And I was like, "Oh shit!" We know he's talking about Kaz XL, William H, whatever the hell he's going by, Morrissey,
W Morrissey.
He's big ass. And I mean, I'm pretty sure Enzo is in MLW, I believe.
I think we're gonna go see him, aren't we? Are we not? I think he's on that card.
Is that the show we're going to with
on that card?
What day is that?
That is the 13th. It's a Friday.
Okay, yeah, we're going to MLW taping at 2300.
Yes.
Oh my god, what's the main event? Valkyrie and somebody.
Yes.
Oh man, dude, I didn't know Enzo was gonna be there.
I think so. I looked at the card because I didn't want to go in blind, and
it's gonna be fantastic, dude. We're going to see Enzo.
Okay, no, he's all right. So he's not on the card.
Oh shit, is he gonna be there? You think?
There's 5 matches so far. I don't know if they're gonna. I'm not in with MLW right now, so
I'm wearing my how you doing shirt.
Announce. We're gonna see Leo Rush versus TBA.
Oh my god, is Bobby gonna be with him?
We'll see a Fatu, Jacob Fatu, and a Weapons of Mass Destruction match.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know that. And this was a pleasant surprise. we're going to see the Sandman versus TBA. I will probably lose my shit, actually, to that entrance. 1,000%.
TBA.
Two TBA. Maybe we'll see Enzo. I wouldn't mind seeing
Oh my God.
Sandman versus Enzo in a hardcore match or something.
The fact that there's a chance that Enzo could potentially be there, that's just great. I'm gonna do my Enzo dance. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. We're gonna get there super early and we're gonna crush Broken Skull loggers.
They have that. That's gonna be a crazy weekend for me. I got a wedding that weekend. Oh my lord. Goodness.
We keep getting sidetracked to talking about it. We have to go back. We talk about we're back at AEW. Yeah, so
you think Enzo's gonna be at AEW next week? Maybe
no, that's why it's not. I mean,
he tweeted out like, well, what do we have over here?
Who did?
Enzo did today.
So
like I feel like he's teasing.
I feel like he's probably like banned from AEW.
Really?
I don't know. I feel like I always heard the story, the fresh mutts for you ever hear the story about him having fresh mutts for the boys? I think like Joey Janela told it on the Young Bucks, like their ordering room service when they did a couple episodes of that with like the Young Bucks would hang out with people in like a hotel room. I think Janela did it. He did it with like Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. He did it with Best Friends. And I remember that one. Janela told he's like, go upstairs. We got fresh moots for the boys. And then they like went upstairs and he actually had a container of like fresh moots, fresh mozzarella for the boys. So apparently Joey Janela said that like Tony Khan references that and says like, we got fresh moots. So I feel like they may look at him as like they use jokes like fresh moots for the. That's so cool. We got to start saying that all the time. We got fresh moots for the boys.
Nice.
So I don't know if he has to. It has to be the exact. They have to have the rights to the song. They have to come out exactly that. You soft. It needs to be. Everything needs to be the same. Throw all the money that you possibly can. Get Enzo out there. Can't teach that. They have to do everything.
Absolutely. I'm hearing mad feedback from you listening to our show right now.
Wait, me?
Yeah, or I'm hearing me talk back to me.
Oh, well, that's not good. I don't hear anything.
Oh, I do. Anyway, no, now I don't hear anything. Fantastic.
All right.
10-man tag match also happened with Undisputed Elite, which I hate that name. It's like I feel like it's the shot at WWE that's always gonna happen because that's their name, and every time someone says it, I immediately think, oh, that's a shot at WWE. So now it's guaranteed that every week they're going to take a shot at WWE, even though every week they do take a shot at WWE and it's guaranteed before then, but now it's definitely guaranteed because their name's Undisputed Elite. Anyway, good match.
Did you see what I meant when I was like, they did the Power Ranger thing?
I did. I think I actually saw the original photo that they did one time, but I didn't see what they did actually last night.
So they always do you got Adam Cole
in
the middle, and then on each side of him you got O'Reilly and Fish doing their little moniker, and then on each end you got, and then they all did it like it was like Power Rangers. It was awesome.
Yes.
Wait, what is happening here? What is that?
I don't know what that is.
We're not. No. Billy Quaz. We're getting.
There's no U in your name. Usually a U follows a Q.
Oh my God! Did he just post that and leave?
I don't. Who's that? Is this a gimmick?
Does it show? Let's see what happens when you click it all. Wow!
Whoa! Billy's a chick.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Anyway,
I don't know.
What is her thoughts?
Billy, sorry about the diabetes.
Billy, what's your thoughts on Dynamite? Were you there?
Billy?
All right. I think she left. I felt like we skipped over something. Dweeb.
Maybe.
Oh, the the BBC or the BCC. The big black cock versus the factory. Yeah, that's what we missed that one. They were all just hanging out there. Everyone was in the ring already.
I'm not mad I missed this one. I think they're doing a fantastic job with this crew. Don't get me wrong. Wheeler Yuta, the pop that he got was just deafening. I don't know why. Maybe it's QT Marshall. Maybe it's the bowling shirt. I wasn't into the match. Like I probably should have been because I like Blackpool Combat Club, but I'd like to see them face like somebody else, I guess.
I don't know. I guess just we're seeing where it's going. I guess where I don't know a lot. Like that's something where I'm like, all right, what's getting announced for the pay-per-view with this storyline?
I don't know.
There was
didn't Pac and somebody return?
Ray Phoenix and all they were all returned.
Yeah.
So they're what the hell is it called? The Aleister Black or Malachi Black's
isn't it like the House of Black or
House of Black? That they were out there and
the crew
Fuego del Sol. Like I thought we got rid of these people. I thought we just like slowly didn't tell these people that their contracts were just expiring and we're not going to renew them. I thought we got rid of our Janellas and our what the hell's his name? Marco Stunts and all. Like, what is this Fuego? I think wasn't he somehow in vlogs with Cody, and Cody's gone now. What is this Fuego guy on TV? And are we supposed to know who he is? Honestly,
yeah,
this is a Rampage guy.
He's
friends with Sammy.
Yeah, him and Sammy are like best friends or something.
Yeah, and something with a car before happened. He did
something. Miro like annihilated him.
But what is? Are we supposed to care that they were about to unmask Fuego?
I think so, only because of the meaning behind, luchas and
I mean, threaten to take, I don't know, anybody else's mask off. I don't care about Fuego. Take his mask off. I feel like he's not like, whatever. Who cares? But then the ring gets cleared out by Ray Phoenix, and these dudes are all massive. And I just don't think, even with shovel in hand, I don't think that could happen.
I agree. And also, I'm trying to remember what happened here. He did he just show up on stage like knocked out in a spotlight, or was there some type of like loony?
Did they drag him out?
Did they drag him out?
Like, lights came on and he was already like laid out on the floor, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then there was some weird like I think it was Ray Phoenix like wearing something in the ring talking, and then you thought it was the announcing dude, and then it was Ray Phoenix and a guy who weighs like 130 pounds, like just defeated over like just 1,000 pounds of just brute strength. But
yeah,
B+ segment. And then we have the main event, everyone's favorite, Sammy Guevara, your TNT champion, versus Scorpio Sky, who's already set up a match with Frankie if he wins. So, I mean, was this surprising to you? Did this in Philadelphia ladder match? Were you surprised that there was a title change? I could see this coming from.
I mean, yeah, because I didn't think they would be hot potatoing the belt, and of course, when AEW hot potatoes the belt, everybody's all.
It's their 24/7 title.
Couldn't have booked it better myself. But if WWE does it, it's the worst thing in the world ever, and they don't make sense. So I fully, like, some people will say, like, it was, no, there's a story behind it, it's okay or whatever. But I'm like, that you gotta if you're gonna feel one way about one thing, you gotta feel the same way about this one here too. No, I was not surprised. I was surprised, and actually, I was happy because I just can't stand Sammy Guevara.
And that's a thing. I think because everyone like he's got this real actual people don't like it's like I feel like
You think it's
people
go away? You think it's go away heat? I feel like it's.
people genuinely don't
I want him to go away.
like him. And I think with the title on him, he's going to be like the Charlotte Flair of the TNT title, where it's going to be like soon enough, he's going to be like a 10-time TNT champion, I feel, at some point. But him right now with the TNT title, like, makes no one want any interest in it. They don't want him as a heel. It doesn't even matter. No one wants anything involved with him at all with it. So I think that was the best decision to get him off of him. And they already have like Scorpio can beat Frankie, and then they can maybe involve Sammy one more time, maybe the three of them or something. But then
no, Sammy's got
he's out of it.
I don't know. I don't know what's next for Sammy, but he's got to stay out of the TNT title picture. Finish whatever you're trying to finish with America's Top Team with Paige Van Zandt and whomever. Have your little mixed tag match, and then I don't know what else.
Paige Van Zandt, yes. Let's talk about Paige Van Zandt. She's fantastic. She has an OnlyFans. Are you a part of her OnlyFans?
I'm not a part of her OnlyFans. I do follow her on TikTok though.
Yeah, you gotta check out the OnlyFans.
I'm not gonna spend money.
I'll tell you. We'll talk on the side. Don't worry.
You got a VPN to get to?
No, I'm just. I might have a guy. I don't know. I may or may not. I don't know.
I gotcha. I mean, like, again, good for you if you have the OnlyFans, but I don't have that kind of money to pay monthly for bikini pics. I'm sorry, I don't.
Hey, whoa! No one said anything about bikinis.
I'm sure she's not in there with. I'm sure she's not like nude Scarlet or anything that I found last night.
Oh my God! Please talk about this. This was fantastic.
All right. Well, like, I decided, I haven't logged a lot of PS5 hours recently, so I decided to log on and fire up the old 2K22, and download some things, some superstars, whatnot, and lo and behold, I found a version of Scarlet, and I don't know who's watching over these creations. I know back in the day when community creations first started, they were gung-ho on getting rid of anybody who put Chris Benoit in the game. They like removed his shit completely. And well, at least his face, like, if someone uploads somebody's like face to it, they like get rid of it. I found a Scarlet that literally was just like butt ass naked, head to toe. I was shocked because I was looking for something that had nothing to do with Scarlet or the word nude or titties. Like, I did not search any of these names, and just right in front of my face is nude ass Scarlet. So that was what I was doing instead of watching.
I said, how did you even possibly find this?
Yeah, so there's a bunch of creators that I follow on Twitter, and they'll post their gamer tag or whatever on 2K, and that's how you can search their creations. That's what I did, and don't know how. She popped up.
And we were debating. She's completely nude, and I don't know. We don't know what's going on down there. It could be a little Peter.
It looked like a little Peter, or it looked like she's had a lot of action.
Yeah, things could. So I don't know if you guys.
The other.
What was it? What's the status? Was that the one?
What's the status? Yes.
What's the status? Page 4.
Which, by the way, he's a great creator. He has a lot of great stuff. There's this fiend on there that has the entrance and everything. Like, shout out to What's the Status.
Was this his?
No, it wasn't. I don't know because he wouldn't do that. He posts like actually
Do that.
he posts. There's a lot of like copycats out there, and like early. I mean, I follow him. I think I follow him on Twitter, and I don't. He didn't advertise this if he did do it, but I don't think he did do it.
It's not in his thread.
He posts like actually good, worth it, created wrestlers on the community. So
All right. We made it through Dynamite. I think that's the longest we ever talked about Dynamite too.
I think it was a pleasant surprise for our AEW fans.
But yeah, we're gonna
talk some good, talk some bad. You know,
we're gonna we had, I mean, one of the big things coming out of Raw, I thought, which I almost forgot about, Ali.
Yeah,
made his return, and just get your thoughts. He came out with. He's going to be involved with the U.S. title, it seems. What are your thoughts on the return of Ali?
Interesting. Only just because, like, what's the end game here? I mean, all right. So first off, I wonder how that conversation went. Like, hey, we would like to put you on TV, so could you stop being a dick? Or was it like, hey, put me on TV or I go into business for myself? Or like what, how did this happen? Was it as cordial as, hey, let's put everything in the past. We would like you to start this thing with Theory or Ciampa, whomever. And let's do that. And then they agree with it. I mean, I'm glad to see him back. I kind of wish he was a heel because I feel like he could be a really good heel. But I get why they were doing it. And I think Ali in Theory, when the time comes, is going to be great. But then Ciampa comes out and attacks Ali. I think that could be great. A lot of opportunity here to have a lot of banger matches.
What was it? That was like random too. Like Ciampa was like a face for what, a week and a half?
Yeah. Because he was all about, Ezekiel, but now
Yeah.
he's all about Elias.
That was just a random thing with Bring Ali back. Oh, and we'll turn Ciampa real quick and
Yeah.
just but
it's two fresh faces, so I'm cool with that.
I didn't like the babyface promo. I don't like how it was agreed upon. Like, oh yeah, Ali, you're back. We're gonna put Theory and Miz out there, and they're gonna shit over everything that you've done for the past year. And we're just gonna throw it in your face. We're definitely gonna do the take your ball and go home routine and everything. And you're gonna sit there and you're gonna eat everything they say, and then your only response is gonna be like, you know what's funny? His comeback was like when you open your mouth and you tell it was such like a scripted, terrible comeback line from Ali. I was just like, ooh, okay.
I think that it was fair game bringing all that up only because of how so popular
it needed to.
Like, it was so public that like it was kind of impossible to ignore. If it was kind of under the wraps a little bit and he wasn't tweeting about all this stuff and he didn't say that he asked for his release, but like he brought it public. So I feel like you kind of it's a dead giveaway. Like, you have to bring that up. So I didn't have a problem with that. His comebacks were pretty bad, but I mean, for all that we know, they could have scripted him to say that kind of stuff. But that was fine. And again, happy to see him on TV. He's too talented not to be on TV. Wish he was a heel. I'm okay with face, but he's got to be a better face.
All right. And this is like, we're kind of combining like 2 weeks of Raw we've missed. Last week with Ezekiel, we had the lie detector test. It was successful. It carried over because this week we had Randy Orton 20 years, the huge Randy Orton appreciation week. And
I thought they did that wonderfully.
It
I
was,
thought
yeah. I mean, it set up it set up the main event. We had the big 8-man tag match. We had Randy, Riddle, Cody, and Ezekiel.
yeah.
Like all the biggest faces on Raw, all in the same.
Those are probably your top faces.
When I was watching when
Aside
Ezekiel
from Bobby
came out,
Lashley.
and he said like this is the best opportunity. And he introduced himself to Orton. This is the shit. This is the shit I love. This is why I just think what they're doing with this is weekly. Like we said like, oh, we were looking forward to the lie detector, and they keep carrying. And now all of a sudden, but they did add tassels. They're slowly making this guy Macho Man.
This is
what they want.
Are a big thing, and I don't hate the tassels. I don't hate the tassels. Who wears tassels? Who wears tassels right now? I can't name somebody who wears tassels right now.
You know what I realized
when
I downloaded the Ezekiel character on 2K22 the night that he debuted. That character has a beard on him already, and I didn't notice it before. And I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta fix that." But I'm like, soon enough, the beard could come back. He's gonna be the Macho Man.
He's already got the 5 o'clock shadow.
But Ezekiel's great.
Ezekiel's great.
Nothing's changed so far. But we were talking about returns also. Asuka returns. It was a night of returns.
Night of returns. It's like it's what the Raw after WrestleMania should have been, I felt like. Big on Asuka returning. Becky Lynch and Asuka seems like they're gonna do something.
Pulling Becky away from the title picture for a second.
Sure. I like that. Can't complain.
Circulate maybe Asuka in there at some point.
Asuka versus Bianca is gonna I'd probably save that for SummerSlam, if I'm being completely honest.
They're pushing Rhea, it looks like, too. And oh dear God. Who was the one that had Rhea and Asuka were the ones that had, remember that stretch where they had like a match on like Sunday, Monday, and like,
oh
and
yeah,
they were just,
that's all awful. It was like when Rhea first showed up, right?
Yeah, Rhea and Asuka need to stay away from each other, but they're pushing Rhea. Rhea said she probably had the greatest thing I heard. I don't know if it was last, but she said like she's just been in tag teams with people weighing her down, and she's done with it.
I guess. I mean, I would save Rhea and Bianca for a Mania, to be honest with you. Those are Triple H's like 2 crown gems from NXT after the 4 Horsewomen. Now you have Rhea and Bianca, and I feel like those two colliding, and they were the last 2 in last year's Royal Rumble. So I think it would be better if they save that for Mania.
That's the feud. Your feet touched first. I won that Rumble. Boom. Done. Program. There it is.
Simple as that.
Bianca beat Sonya Deville like 3 different times, I think.
Yes.
In the same night. It was like a count out and DQ and all that. So I don't know. Hopefully Sonya, are we done here? Is she just a wrestler now? Is she not an authority figure?
I think she's still an authority.
She needs to be let go of her services.
She really does, man. She's like the worst. She's so biased and everything.
Drew Gulak's gonna get that spot. Give it to Drew Gulak.
I don't know. I kind of like him as an interviewer.
He's an awkward interviewer, actually.
Yeah.
Let him do everything. Get rid of all the blondes that look the same. Let's get rid of all of them and replace them with like an awkward Drew Gulak. I love that. That's television.
I do like him as a.
Something's going on. Oh my God! All I see is like Carmella and Zelina. I don't care about that.
No.
They're slapping each other.
I would like to talk about Finn Balor.
What's going on with Finn?
So they reran his feud with Damian Priest this past Monday. Priest versus Balor happened, and I think there's something more to it. There was a point in the match where Finn was going to the top. I believe he was going for coup de grace, Edge stood up from his throne, who he was watching on the stage. Stood up from his throne, and they made eye contact, Finn and Edge, and it distracted Finn, and that's when Damian Priest won. But I think there's something between Finn and Edge, personally.
It's the magic. It's happening. This is all. This is the his eyes getting the filter, the Snapchat filter over him.
All right. Now, this is where I'm going to get pissed off because you're talking sarcastic about this shit, and I don't like it. So here's what's going to happen. And this is where, and I know I say I don't want to compare AEW, but I'm going to compare two situations, and you're not going to like it on a lot of accounts, okay? And neither is like probably half of our viewers. But here's what I'm going to say. Everyone has a problem with Damian Priest in the middle of a match looking up to the heavens and like turning purple. Everyone has a problem with Edge and Priest showing up out of nowhere in AJ Styles' locker room with the lights flickering. Everybody's got a problem with that. No, but like a little like smoke and mirrors they have a problem with in WWE. Nobody has a problem with a guy dressed like a mime doing this, trying to curse somebody with terrible hair.
Are you making fun of Danhausen?
I'm making fun of Danhausen. And look,
is that happening? Is that his going to be his first match?
I don't think. I mean, maybe they're having a face-off on Rampage.
Oh my God, we missed it. Already happened. We missed it.
No, it's on Friday.
No, but it was recorded last night.
Oh
right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't. It seems like they're going to have his first match in AEW be against Hook, and I think that's
not good because you're trying to build Hook, and then
you're also, trying to like not. I don't know.
Danhausen's going to lose his first match in AEW.
Yeah,
now I like Danhausen. I do. I just got mad. But like again, this is like the fair weather fans here. You have a problem with all that mystical shit in WWE. Yeah, you got this guy trying to curse somebody, and you think it's the greatest shit since sliced bread.
Hey, I hate both companies equally. Okay,
I hate sliced bread.
I like I maybe like one more than the other, but I hate them equally.
See, I get past, like, I don't hate either of them either. I just like WWE more because of the entertainment aspect. I think it's more so not acting, but like they're all playing a part to a certain extent, and I gravitate towards that entertainment more than I gravitate towards the wrestling part of it.
And I think I'm a lot with that. I really like storytelling, and that's why sometimes matches where I'm just like, I don't really, if it doesn't grab my attention, like the feud or what's going on, then I really don't have an interest in the wrestling match at all.
Yeah.
Like that FTR match, the first time they wrestle each other, like that's cool. Like that'd be a cool match. Like, but all right, like I don't know. There has to be more to it, because after that match, you knew that they were just gonna like hug each other and show respect because they're awesome. So I just like, I don't know. I like the build. I like the hero versus villain aspect that I think WWE kind of leans towards more. But I want to go back to this whole thing. Do you think this is just their way to get ready to bury the demon all over again?
No, I think this is a way to bring the demon back to life.
Because this is definitely the demon's coming back. There's no way
I think I want the demon to join Edge and Damian.
Now this is where you think this is going.
I think that's where that's where I want it to go. Ultimately I don't think it leads anywhere. I think that Finn goes on now to something else, probably off TV, and the group we know now as Judgment Day moves on.
Is that their name?
Yes, that is their name.
Isn't that the name of a pay-per-view?
An old pay-per-view.
Oh my God, are they bringing it back then?
No, probably not. They are probably just sticking with this.
Why didn't they go with like Edge Appreciation Society?
I think it was taken.
We didn't mention that at all. But again, I said, but Jericho Appreciation Society, AEW Galaxy is that's fantastic. I love that.
Yes, real good stuff. But yeah, I want to be. I'm going to try and be a fan of this Edge group. Didn't start off strong with the name. That's okay though. I can forgive that. I've been a fan of teams with worse names, but I would really like to see Finn in there. I think Finn needs to be a heel again. I think he was like kind of a heel when the Good Brothers were there and they were all hanging out. I think it was kind of a heel then. But aside from that, I don't remember him ever being a heel, and I don't count his run in NXT. Let's not count that, I should say. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. I think he needs to be a heel. I think this is kind of a good way to get him there. So yeah.
All right. So you just want to see what happens now. But so far you're good with Finn right now, and hopefully this is leading to good things.
It's either going to lead to him joining the group or it's going to lead to him joining AEW, and I'm fine with either one.
Is his contract expiring soon?
I don't know. Maybe. No, I don't think so. I think actually he's still got a way to go.
We had Sam Smothers already in the ring. He was getting ready for Veer.
Yes, Veer. I forgot about Veer.
And he got all up in his cervix again.
Yeah, I wonder if they're still doing the Mysterious storyline.
They all have COVID.
Do they?
I don't know. Mysterious. That was bullshit because I thought Dominic got his cervix removed and then he was throwing out the first pitch at like a Padres game or something like that.
I did see that. It didn't.
What's going on.
I didn't think it was too bad of a throw actually on Dominic's part.
If you get your cervix and your everything ripped out of you, how are you throwing first pitches? What is this? What is going on?
That's a good point.
Is wrestling not real?
Don't tell anyone.
Shit. So he murdered a guy real quick, and then we had an arm wrestling match between Hot Bobby and Omos.
Yeah, arm wrestling matches are apparently the bee's knees on YouTube. It's gotten a lot of views on YouTube.
Dude, these two big men in an arm wrestling match.
And now since we're on the topic of arm wrestling matches, can you think of like your favorite arm wrestling match in WWE history? Because there's been a few.
I can't remember it all. I feel like I feel like you get one like once a year on Raw, and I can't even remember. Like, I feel like the last one I saw, Bobby Lashley was in it, and I was like 17, maybe.
He might have had one with Mark Henry actually, back in the day. Like when he was like on SmackDown, U.S. champion Bobby Lashley. I don't know, maybe not.
AEW do anyone?
They might have had one. I don't. No, I don't know. We'll have to check the database on that.
They need to like flip tires or something soon. I can't wait.
Just off the top of my head, I can think of Terry Runnels versus I think the Cat had an arm wrestling match. If you remember the Cat, Jerry Lawler's ex-wife.
Remember Cat.
My favorite. Oh, you know who else it was? Zach Gowen versus Vince McMahon on SmackDown in a arm wrestling match. That's where Zach Gowen almost had Vince beat, and then Sable showed her tatas and distracted the poor guy. And I mean, obviously, who wouldn't be distracted? And then, but personally, my the one that comes to mind is Triple H versus the Great Khali in like a glass shards arm wrestling match, where like,
wow, good memory.
If you lost, you're landing on glass shards, you know. So
we need to add that to all. That needs to, or thumbtack, something like that. There should be a consequence for you losing.
Well, Bobby suffered a consequence with getting a table slammed on him.
This is true, but he won. That needed to happen. Bobby
Do you think
needed
that
the win.
hurts? Do you think that hurts Omos a little bit? Because I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Because he didn't lose a match. He just
Balance is that even though Bobby is smaller, Bobby is just as strong.
fair.
See, Sophia agrees.
Sophia agrees. Absolutely.
All right, yeah. So there was a mixed tag match. Everyone was fighting over the TNT title, and Reggie almost got it. And I don't know. Reggie was in it, but I don't even know. I'm gonna keep saying it. They need to get rid of this goddamn 24/7 title. It's so fucking stupid.
I agree.
I don't even care if it gets people on TV. Bring back Raw Underground. Get rid of this fucking stupid title and get Shane McMahon and get Omos back at the door. He needs to be a bouncer. Get Dabakato back. Get everyone back. We need it. Get rid of the ropes. We need fighting. All right. Yeah, we had the Street Profits got people getting distracted by people's theme song getting played. That happened.
I don't know what they're doing with the Street Profits, man.
So is this happening? Are they unifying the titles? I really don't like the whole like brand split thing. And then we're like, is this going to be the answer that we get? If this happens, then we're done with like a brand, like a.
Yeah, I think so.
And we're keeping what? Just the U.S. title and the IC title separate, and then everything else is.
Just like they used to do it back in 02, 03.
Yeah, because everyone's just showing up all the time and being in like 8 multi-man matches and then like singles, like one of the Usos versus one of it's. Let's go. I want
to know what's gonna happen with Roman Reigns here.
What does he even have a match?
He's yet to have an official match, and I don't know. I forget what they did on SmackDown with Shinsuke, but I don't think it had anything to do with the Bloodline. So it's like everyone who thought that it might be Shinsuke, it might not be Shinsuke. And now there's scuttlebutt on the internet saying that Roman actually is injured. And they're trying to hide the injury.
Dreamers in here.
Right, so
I do have this setup. He said it looks like the guy on trial.
I don't. So personally, I don't think he's on trial. I mean, this is all. If you've watched or paid any attention to this shit, and I have, I think Johnny is in the clear here. Those lawyers that Amber Heard has is a parody in itself. So
the videos are great, and they have the Wii music, like the do 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 do. It's just a compilation of just them fucking up over and over again.
Just completely, just terrible.
The one dude like hearsayed his own statement.
Yeah, how do you do that, bro? You're a lawyer. Like, what the fuck? You don't know that? You're gonna object to yourself?
That's like something that would instantly make you Jabroni of the week. But then we live in a world where Mick Foley exists, so I mean that easily. So
I don't know, man. I'm doing my research on my Jabroni of the week right now. I want to see what's up, but
it's definitely.
I've had my Jabroni of the week bottled up for 2 weeks. So.
Oh yeah, you did, yeah. He's never mind. Not Johnny Depp. There's a pedophile on trial in Philly.
Is that a true story?
I don't know. I think probably not. I think he's just trying to say I look like a pedophile. That's a solid joke.
Oh, I get it.
I'm innocent. I didn't do anything wrong. What did Ezekiel beat everybody? When is Ezekiel? Is Ezekiel ending Roman's reign?
I'd love to see that, but
if he's hurt and we don't care about brand splits anymore,
I don't think he's gonna.
He could just show up. Do it.
Yeah.
Ezekiel needs to go for something immediately. This is all I care about now. Ezekiel's like my Corbin for Raw and Madcap. What's going on? Yeah, I haven't mentioned Corbin or Madcap at all. They have a match at WrestleMania Backlash.
I want them to get rid of the suspenders for Madcap. I really do.
Mom versus dad. What? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. we talked about this before, where this whole gimmick is going to end up leading to.
It's like the same gimmick, but it's like not. It's not like if you're gonna have Madcap Moss, you have to have Happy Corbin with them. It doesn't do any favors that you're still dressing up like you would. It doesn't work. They have to be together if you're gonna use it. It can't be Madcap Moss going his own separate way. You got to change him back to Riddick, change his gear, or something like that.
I think if he wins this, he could do that because, yeah, I feel it's just like literally his entrance music beginning. He's like joke, 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 and comes out, but he's not telling jokes anymore. He's just making them at the expense of Corbin. But after that, is he just going to continue this gimmick and like just be a face and make jokes about heels? And that's his, I don't know. Not so. No, if this, I mean, in this case, he has to go back to
Sad Corbin.
Absolutely. And that's, is that would it be a full, how long has he been doing this Happy? Was it SummerSlam?
They were in Vegas because I remember. So
that was a year.
Yeah.
So that was a year ago. So we're coming up on a year, which would be where he was Happy. I feel like we've had Madcap so much longer in our life. I mean, we had Riddick Moss and Raw Underground, which we should bring back, but they're not gonna. Dabocado. But Shane tried to put himself over in the Rumble, and then he ruined Raw Underground for everybody.
Everyone.
Oh my God, it could have been bigger than the UFC. Did we talk about everything? Did I say that I wanted Ezekiel to be WWE champion?
You said you pondered if he was going to end the
streak of Roman. I did say that. That sounds like something I would say like 3 minutes ago.
You did.
I'm all done. I have my Jabroni of the week ready. Is there other stuff we need to get into?
I feel like there is.
Let's do it.
But I don't know what it is.
Talk about whatever.
I'm sure I can think of it. Oh, Marcus Bagwell. I thought I deserve to like say this, but motherfucker, watch a goddamn Will Ferrell movie and enjoy it because he's not going to be around forever, and you're
buff
taking
the stuff.
Yeah, buff the stuff. About to buff his stuff if you don't act right. Anyway,
we got Cass hopped in. Why does Ezekiel look like Stu Pickles? He does look like Stu Pickles.
Let's get a side by side. I don't know how to do side by sides.
Stu Pickles. I mean, Stu Pickles has purple hair, but I think besides that, right?
Let me see.
I was just watching actually the first episode of Rugrats the other day.
All right. So I can see the head shaped like Stu Pickles. The hair.
I get Sandow all the time. I think instantly. If
you think Sandow,
I think of like I say like Sandow.
I can see that. I can see that.
I thought Sandow when Sandow was in the company and Elias was.
See, I wish I had the ability to throw this picture up because I can kind of see where he's coming from now. Yeah, no, good call, Cass. Definitely Stu Pickles.
That face though.
That face though. It's true. It's true. True. Aside from that, I think we talked about everything.
We're gonna have. Well, we'll talk about that after we do Jabroni of the week first. We gotta do Jabroni of the week. There's been a lot of Jabronis that.
There's been a backlog of Jabronis. Like this is why we can't take weeks off.
Yeah, we'll let them all off our chest. Let's do this.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jabroni.
Sorry, I played the clip. You were still going.
No, it's cool.
You go off. This is all you to start off.
I was just saying that there's just a lot of jabronis in the inbox after having a week off. But anyway, You're letting me go first?
Yeah, I do. I want to remind. I don't know if this is part of it. You sent me a picture of, like, I don't know if it was a kid's actor or something at some point.
I actually sent you a picture.
It was like a YouTube. I don't know if it was a YouTube video or something. And
Oh, it's not. I mean, yeah, okay, yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
All right, that's all. I didn't know if this is part of it, but I wanted to remind you.
Yeah,
if it
it's
was.
absolutely part of it. So I don't know if you watched that video or not.
What
You
video
did?
was?
Huh?
What video was it?
It was a reason why I'm about to name him Jabroni of the Week. Anyway, I will get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Steven John. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's how I'm spelling it. His name is Steven John. Steven John, born May 27th, 1988. You may know him as another name. You may know him if you have children, young children. You may know him as Blippi. Blippi. I don't know if that name rings a bell for you.
It's not for me.
Does not for you. Do a little quick Google search on Blippi. Blue shirt, orange suspenders. I think it's an orange hat.
How we spell it, Blippi?
Blippi. I want you to
program, Blippi.
I want you to put a face to the name, okay? Just so you know. All right, let me know when you have it.
Let me see if I could.
All right, there he is. That's Blippi. Now, he was a very popular, or is a very popular American children's entertainer and educator. Started on YouTube. Now he's got his own show on the likes of Nickelodeon, I think. He's on Hulu. He's got his own musical. He's got his own movie.
I fucking do everything.
Kids out there love him, especially one in particular that may or may not live under my roof.
Oh, boy.
And I always thought it was weird just by looking at him. He there's something not right about him. And I wasn't comfortable with my child watching him until I knew what was up. So I did some dad digging. And I found what wasn't right with him. I hit the Blippi jackpot. And I would like to bring it to your attention.
Please. I'm very interested now.
I would like to introduce to you Steven J. Grossman, who is the real name of Steven John. Now, you might want to ask yourself, why would you want to change your name from Steven J. Grossman? That's a pretty nice common name, don't you think?
Yeah.
Common name, Grossman.
We got skeletons in the closet?
There's a quarterback named Rex Grossman. Banging name, by the way. So why change Steven J. Grossman? Well, I'll tell you why. The third person in this Jabroni of the Week, his name is Steezy Grossman. Who's Steezy Grossman? Well, before there was Blippi, there was Steezy Grossman. Steezy was famous on the internet, the dark internet, for making gross out videos in 2013. What are gross out videos? Well, videos that gross you out. One in particular. Let me see. Let me find it.
One cup?
Close.
Oh no, like that kind of.
He did. Where is he at? Oh, there he is. Let me just give you a bio on Steezy Grossman. Started making gross out videos in 2013 under the persona of Steezy Grossman, a boy who was born as poop after his parents had anal sex. I'll read that again. A boy who was born as poop after his parents had anal sex. So, you know how when you have sex the normal way and you proceed to inseminate the woman, well, that is happening here, except in the ass. And you are now poop. So this is how Steezy Grossman did this. So under his Steezy Grossman alias, John developed videos such as Turd Boy and Underwear Man. But that's not what we're here to talk about. I've never seen Underwear Boy or Man, or never seen Turd Boy. But back in 2013, there was a video. And this is the video I sent to you, I believe. Well, I definitely sent it to a lot of people, so you may have been on the list. And in 2013, there was this trend on the internet called the Harlem Shake. Are you familiar with the Harlem?
I am, yes.
Familiar with the Harlem Shake?
Oh no.
This is where the daddy digging found some gold. He performed the Harlem Shake, and if you're not familiar, it's basically, you do some weird dance, and then the beat drops, and then you suddenly are in
doing something spontaneous.
You're doing something weird, doing something spontaneous. So I could be doing this, and then the beat drops, and I could be like eating a fucking carrot or something. I don't know. So here he is, helmet, wig on. It looked like a bike helmet and a wig, or maybe it was his real hair, and he learned how to, and he had long hair or something. So he's on the toilet, naked, on the toilet. Red flag immediately, right there. And right there, I was like, she's never watching Blippi ever again. Well, obviously, if you're familiar with the Harlem Shake, you wait for the beat to drop to see what he's going to do, Probably something stupid, probably like, I don't know, farting or something stupid. Nah. It's not that. Beat drops. All of a sudden, he's standing on the toilet, buck naked. On the ground is a man whose feet over legs, or legs overhead type thing, like ass in the air, okay, if you can picture that. And up here is Steezy on top of a toilet. Try picturing this. And he's crouching. This man proceeds to defecate on his friend, who is butt ass naked on the ground, ass in the air. So, in other words, ass in the air guy is filming, and the camera is catching this guy standing on the toilet with ass facing him and just projectile defecation onto him and his ass, since he is also naked.
So he has a TV show?
All of a sudden, he has a children's TV show 4 years later.
How is this possible?
Here is how it is possible. He used like DMCA takedown notices to remove the video from the social media and internet search engines. However, Daddy Diggin knows no boundaries, and Daddy found the video. And that is what I sent to you, I believe.
Yo, I just looked like, how much money does he make on YouTube? A 9 million a year? And he has Blippi Toys. 4 million views, makes $20,000 on average daily.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this guy. So what do we need to do? So do we need to start shitting on each other or something?
I mean, I prefer not to do that, to be honest. I don't want to go that route.
So we got to do something like this. We got to be like Blippi, but not shit on each other. So, metaphorically or spiritually.
And you can, so I'll say this again. So you have the friend on the ground, ass in the air, butt ass with a phone in his hand. Okay, so that's one view. You don't get to see that view, but that's one camera angle that is being recorded, right? And then you have hard cam, like directly watching this happening. And when it's happening, you see you hear a third person just gagging after the act happens. So there are at least 3 people in this room during this situation, and that's fucking wild. Now, he was BuzzFeed. They're famous for, I believe, breaking the Hulk Hogan, Bubba the Love Sponge,
Gawker and all that. Yeah.
Yes, I think they were famous for that. They unearthed the video a mere 3 years ago. And when asked, the Steezy Grossman guy said, "At the time, I thought this sort of thing was kind of funny, but it was really stupid and tasteless, and I regret having ever done it." And that's when he used the DMCA takedown notices to remove the video from all search engines, and that's why it may be hard to find, but I'm pretty sure I found it on Reddit, maybe something else, so it's not too hard to find. Aside from that, Blippi, there was a new Blippi. That Blippi replaced John, so there is now a new Blippi. This original Blippi doesn't even go on tour when Blippi is on tour with that musical. It's a different guy, so he doesn't even have the care to go on tour and entertain these kids who know nothing about what he has done in the past.
Wow.
So for that, Stephen J. Grossman, and Steezy Grossman, you shitty person, you are jabroni of the week, probably the year, probably eternity. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Brainwashing pedophile motherfucker.
I gotta go after that.
Yeah, you do.
All right. Well, that's not hard
was
because
too-
mine also is kind of a scumbag, I think.
Cool.
All right. So anyway, I almost got deterred from my jabroni of the week by throwing Big Swole on there because I saw a clip of her talking to Renee, which was from like a few weeks ago when she was on the sessions. It used to be the oral sessions, but she had a porn star on and then you couldn't call it oral sessions. So then she just changed it to the sessions.
Is that
and
why?
it's been that ever since. So
Is that why? Really?
she changed. That's the episode she changed it for. She had, I forget who was on it. Some porn star was on it. And it was called The Sessions. And then it was just The Sessions then, which is fine. That's whatever. But Big Swole said something stupid on there about like not, it was, again, I don't even want to mention, I'm not even going to mention, we saw that clip of her wrestle a couple weeks ago. We don't need to discuss this, but Mick Foley.
You're really going here, aren't you?
Yeah, it bothers me. He said so many dumb things on Twitter recently, and then everyone's like, oh, he's the nicest guy ever. That's fine. He can be, but I quote tweeted this with a quick video of The Rock hitting him in the head several times. We all remember the clip, but he's one of those people that need to be, I think he tagged Twitter in it as well, just to let them know as well. But during the week, Elon Musk bought Twitter for, what was it, like $44 billion or something like that? And Mick Foley tweets, I'll be giving some serious thought to leaving at Twitter. Good for tagging them in it. For good in the near future. I do not have a good feeling about where this platform is heading. Again, all before this, Twitter has always been known as a place where there's bullies and mean things are being said. That was true. You kind of have to go through the good and the bad. But now all of a sudden, but also before I get to it, a lot of people, left or right, people were getting censored on Twitter. Accounts were getting deleted. There was not. It seemed like there wasn't really free speech. I'm pretty sure the president at the time, Trump, I'm pretty sure they took his Twitter away. So he doesn't even have a Twitter. So I already feel like this is now at a point where they're saying, Elon's kind of saying like, hey, everyone is open to being the free speech. So everyone can say whatever they want. And there's not going to be really any, I guess, shadowing. I don't know if that's the shadow banning or whatever, where people are disappearing, posts aren't showing up just because the algorithm doesn't want what you're saying to show up. And I'm kind of going off on a little like side tangent here, but it all just goes back to Twitter was always like this. It's only just going to open up more. Like, it's already been a hateful place. I don't see how this is going to change it from being this hateful place that you've been a part of all this time. And now all of a sudden, I don't know. It makes no sense to me why all of a sudden, and then to let everybody know as well, and then tag Twitter in it. Bye. You can go off Twitter. That's fine. Is it going to be, are we going to have less videos of you getting like shots and stuff and everything? That's fine. We want your wrestling insight. We don't, you're politicking here. I'm sorry. I'm just so sick of this McFoley nonsense all the time. Or people just announcing that they're leaving things. You don't need to. You can just go. Good riddance. I hope you had the time of your life. I've wasted too much time, but McFoley, ugh. We don't need to. I don't need to rant about it anymore. I guess you're Jabroni of the week, and then we won't hear from you. There won't be any more bad tweets from you. I wish you the best of luck on Facebook and other social media sites. Maybe you can start your own. Maybe Dewey and Noel can help you with that. Maybe you can start an OnlyFans. I don't know. But McFoley, Jabroni of the week.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jabroni.
It's just, it all goes back to just, hey, you don't need to announce it. Just go.
I am not up to date with the kind of person Elon Musk is, but why are people in such a panties in a bunch mood the fact that he bought Twitter? What did he do? He owns Amazon? Is that it?
Tesla.
He does a Tesla thing? He doesn't have anything to do with Amazon?
He's one of the bigger money guys in the world.
I heard he has enough money to buy like every sports franchise of the big four.
I think
and he'll still have like $23 billion left over if he did that.
He said, leave Dewey and Noel out of this. I'm so sorry. So sorry. It just goes back to, I think Mick wants to shut up people who don't have the same views as him. And I think that there's going to be more people that maybe he doesn't agree with coming on the Twitter. And now he wants to take his ball and go home. He wants to Ali it now. And Mick, you could take your ball and go home. You don't need to be on Twitter again.
He doesn't need to be. You're right.
We have fun on there. We'll still have fun. You can mute and block people. I mute and block people all the time.
It's like a national pastime now.
Mainly mute.
Yeah.
If you say something completely, I'm surprised McFoley honestly isn't blocked, and I'm surprised I actually even saw this tweet. But I think because of the comedy gold, sometimes I have to just mute them. And then when someone like quote tweets it or something, I see that it's like muted, and then I just click on it and I see it. And I'm like, it always reminds me when I see these, I can't see the tweet and I click, I'm like, oh, why? And I'm like, as soon as I click on it and reveal it, I'm like, oh, that's why this person's a fucking idiot. Good stuff. We have an announcement, side wrestling note. It's been talked about forever. The first episode has been recorded, the pilot. The jaBROnis is premiering exclusively on the Body Slam Twitch this coming Tuesday. It's my daughter's birthday, actually, I realized. But Tuesday, May 3rd, the premiere of the jaBROnis, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bitches.
Telling you, a lot of people are excited about it. I've passed on the word, and these non-wrestling folks, they're finding reasons to tune into the jaBROnis. And this is
people have been hitting me up. Very excited about it. First episode's trial run. We know how it went. We already lived it. But it's just a little, we watch the episode, we come on and talk about it. We're gonna have special episodes. I think finales we're gonna do maybe like a live watch, but we're gonna start having guests on, I believe the 4th episode. We will start, and I think we're gonna try to keep having guests on weekly, but the first 3 episodes, you just got me and Michael. Just breaking it into Orange County. Ryan, Seth, Marissa, Summer.
All of them.
Julie, Sandy. Oh my God, Jimmy, Kirsten. Everybody. Luke. We're going to have Oliver at some point. You don't know about Oliver yet.
I don't know about Oliver.
Oh.
No spoilers.
Yes, so check out the jaBROnis. Again, the Body Slam Twitch. It will premiere this Tuesday, and then on Fridays, it will premiere on YouTube. It will be available to watch, and it'll be available on the jaBROnis podcast feed on Spotify, so you can listen to it as well.
Woo!
And that was definitely the one thing I wanted to get out there. We have next weekend will be Backlash, WrestleMania Backlash.
That's true.
We're gonna put this bad boy back up on the line again. We have some matches. We got Bobby and Omos. We got Seth and Cody. We got the Usos match. Roman might be hurt. I don't know. So there's a chance maybe like Ezekiel wrestles someone for the title. We'll see what happens.
There you go.
So next week will be our preview. We'll make our selections and whatnot. I don't think there will be a jaBROni cast for this particular show. I don't know yet. I have no idea. We kind of just go with it. What else? Anything else we have to get into? Did we talk about anything?
Look, on a personal note, and I think I speak for everyone here. Today is a big day for the city of Philadelphia. Obviously, the Phillies already took care of business today. 4-game sweep. The Colorado Rockies looking like they're starting to look like a team. Sixers, look, guys, I'm ready to say that if you do not win tonight, you do not win the series. So let's wrap this shit up tonight. Okay?
The Sixers would be up 3-0 and be the first team to
be the first team.
It wouldn't surprise me, and especially with the Kawhi thing that happened already. So, I mean, Toronto would just literally own us for eternity.
Yes. So let's wrap it up. Let's go, and because hey, you got Boston next.
Is that who we got next? I thought we got the winner of the Chicago,
aren't they on the West? Or are they not on the West?
The Bulls and was it Bulls Bucks or I don't know.
No
matter what,
we don't have the Boston. Either way, let's wrap that shit up tonight.
Zero whoever we play. They showed they looked like they didn't give a shit last game at all. I put it on for like 5 minutes and could see that they didn't care and just saw they were always up down 9 or something. I was just like, well, yep, they can't make a stop, and it seems like they don't give a shit.
But then not only the Sixers tonight, but draft time, draft day. Kevin Costner. Time to
Is
draft.
the draft tonight?
Draft's tonight, 8
Holy
o'clock.
shit. I am completely out of the loop of everything.
Philadelphia Eagles pick 15 and I think pick 18. A lot of talk about them trading up. So we'll see. One screen, I'll have Sixers going one screen. I'll have the draft going on the other, and I'll have the Pat McAfee Show Draft Spectacular on another.
Oh my God,
screen.
yeah, they do that.
So
I gotta get myself situated.
Yes. So let's hope for a clean sweep in Philly today. Phillies took care of business. Let's get the Sixers going. Let's get a good wide receiver, and let's get some defense. Huh? Let's go. No funny business.
Philly, FU Canada. All right. We will be back next week. We'll be previewing Backlash, making our picks, predictions, whatnot. And just again, Tuesday, Jabrosi. Tell your friends we're gonna be doing 2 more. We're gonna be episode 2 and 3 this weekend. So they're all ready for you. They're gonna be ready for you. And again, hit us up. Shoot us a DM. You can shoot Maycap Jabroni, Happy Jabroni, Jabroni's Pod. If you're interested in potentially coming on the show, talking OC, if you watch the show growing up, or just watched it in general, or just want to hop on and do an episode, watch an episode, it's an open. There's no forbidden door. There's no forbidden door. It's an open door policy. Tell your friends. Jabronis. Out.
Jabroni, JABRONIXYZ ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jabroni.